Yes. Ladies and gentlemen, it is World Cup week. What a time to be alive. We're excited. We're into it. We're here with the full-time sports network. It is the Mullet Show. Yes.
Never give up on us. Now we're on the road to Europe. Right now, all our dreams can be made. And we'll be kings of football again. England!
Wow, what an intro. I mean, why do I do the intros every week? That was amazing. Yes, we are back with another special World Cup edition of the Mullet Show. I'm so happy to have 3 people on the show this week. I don't know how this happened. Usually it's just 1 or 2, but we've got a good show this week. But first of all, before we go any further, I've got to tell you about our channel sponsor, and that is Global Mapping Surveys. Now, if you ever have any architectural needs, Global Mapping Surveys are the people you need to go to. They've got everything. They've got architects. They've got property developers, construction companies all over the country. They offer a whole wide range of services such as sending out topographic surveys, 3D laser scannings, and monitoring. The link is in the description for the website and contact details. Thank you so much for Global Mapping Surveys. That is that. Colm, how are you doing, mate? Welcome to the show. How you feeling today?
Not too bad, thank you. I missed the memo about wearing England shirts, but I decided to wear black today to honour the death of good refereeing decisions and VAR.
Wow, very dark, but I love it. And don't you worry, we will be talking about that.
And that is day 2 of the World Cup, by the way. Fantastic. Great way to start. Anyway,
happy.
I have my 1966 shirt on, but I'd just like to clarify I wasn't there.
Okay. Well, I was going to ask, but you still look pretty young, Ian. I don't think you're going to be. Funny enough, my dad was alive, and he was there for that.
Just there? What do you mean? Just there? Would you mean just there? What do you mean? What, on the bench? He
was there on the.
You're saying your dad is Bobby Moore?
He was in London. He didn't get a ticket to the final.
He didn't run on the pitch, and they think it's all over.
He did get trashed with his mates, which is
Great.
Something we've never seen. Tom, do you think we'll ever get to see England win the World Cup in our lifetimes?
I mean, I don't like that attitude because we are going to see it, and we're going to win this World Cup. So I don't know what you're talking about, mate. 100%.
Well,
yes.
I mean,
yes. 100%.
You have been positive.
I've been. Do you know what? I've been very, very positive, and I'm even more positive now than after what a resounding result today.
Okay, well, there's Solo, our man from the agenda. Good evening, gentlemen. Good evening to you too, mate. And are you sure, Ian? A bit of a mug off there.
I'm keeping half an eye on USA against Wales.
How's it going? We'll keep, just in case you are watching USA versus Wales, we will keep you updated on the score.
Yeah.
How's it going?
Wales are dreadful. It's just started second half. USA scored a really interesting, really good goal. Pulisic of Chelsea absolutely ripped Wales apart. And then, strangely, it was the son of George Weah who scored. A young 22-year-old lad. A very, very nice finish of goal. But George Weah played for Liberia. He never played for the World Cup. He was a Ballon d'Or winner.
He was. What year did he win it? 10 points.
19.
No, 84, 85. No,
he won it in 95, 100%.
Wow, it sounds rather much like people have been doing their research.
Well, I did watch. Yeah, right. Because I did see him. I saw him live. He played for Man City for one season, and I saw him.
It's when you played the 1966 World Cup final.
It would have been the 90s for Man City, probably the late 90s.
Was this before that you got bought out by oil-rich billionaires and became a soulless club?
Yeah, I think we were owned by Francis Lee, who sold toilet paper at the time.
1995, George Weah.
There we go. There we go.
A man wearing a shell suit, you are surprisingly intelligent.
What are you trying to say about shell suits? And men
Well,
in them, more importantly.
I
BA.
haven't heard them be called shell suits in a while.
It is a shell
Um,
suit, isn't it?
I
It is
know, it's fine.
fashion-wise,
It's
it is
fine.
a shell suit.
In the shell
Yeah,
track.
In the 60s, they were called shell suits. Yeah, I know.
We called them shell tracksuits. Colm, did you ever have a shell tracksuit?
No, I had a bomber jacket.
Yeah. See, you're a bit of more the bomber jacket kind of.
Nah, he's a cool guy, I can tell.
Yeah.
I had a flyer jacket, which was different to a bomber jacket.
I bet
What's a flyer jacket?
Colm turned the
Flyer
collar up
jacket's
on
a
it.
bit more.
I bet he was there flicking the collar up on it, giving it the big one.
Aviators.
Ray-Ban sunglasses.
Yeah.
Look a bit like Tom
Aviators.
Cruise from Top Gun.
Well, I don't want to say that I look like him. I've been called Tom Cruise quite a few times, but
From Top Gun, though. It's got to be from Top Gun.
Can you give us a Top Gun impression, please, Colm?
no, I can't.
I love your headset as well. That is.
We have the need for Colm.
Very good. Ian.
If this plugs in, it actually lights up as well. It makes me feel pretty.
It does look good. It does look like you're in the cockpit at out of Maverick. The new film.
With Goose.
With Goose, yeah. Tom, have you got a quote for Top Gun?
I'd get all my Tom Cruise quotes all mixed up.
You could be my wingman any day. There we go. That's my one. Very good. Wasn't the season when he scored the world-class goal? We're still talking about George Weah. I never heard of the guy. I don't know who he is.
Oh, come on. Honestly,
He
frustrates
didn't
me.
play for Arsenal.
It
And
just-
yeah, Sano said he had a shell suit. Actually, it's called a shell tracksuit. But
I bet he did. I bet Errol had a shell suit. I can almost see
I
it.
remember I had a Puma one, and it was black and pink. Yeah, I did.
I used to have a baby blue academics Nike one back
Is
in
that
the
the
day.
one you're wearing now?
No, this is not baby blue. Come on, this is turquoise. Come
Yeah.
on.
Right.
God. Anyway, moving on from Top Gun and tracksuits, we will go to the best part of the show. Which, by the way, I've moved it up to the start of the show because I felt like
There is a link. There's a link to Qatar from Tom Cruise, and of course it is. Show me the money. Show me the money.
Yeah.
Oh,
it's
there we
like,
go.
show me the money.
Show me the money. Ian's very good at putting in these comments. Like, why have I come on this show? This is how we do it, Cole, mate. Like, there's no rules, there's no research, and it's literally just banter all the way. Okay, so Bob Rules Bits. So this is the part of the show where I kind of go through crazy things that happened, and I use pictures because I can't use videos apparently. And we just picked them in. That was just my boss messaging me on my laptop. Please excuse that.
Nice.
So first of all,
you're fired.
yeah, I'm done.
After last week as well.
Oh yeah, exactly. But they know. This was quite good. It's just one for Colm now. I'm a celebrity. Get me out of here because he really wants to get out of here. Do you think Colm that he's going to get out of there?
Yep, I do. And I just want to say thank you very much and goodbye.
And how do you feel about him these days?
I still support him. He's still a United legend. I'm happy with some of the things he said. No, but he's threw the Glazers under the bus, so that's a positive.
Under the bus. Salo saying he's not a Tom Cruise fan. Well, he's a bit of a legend. I still quite like him, even though the Scientology.
Would you take him as Piers Morgan suggests? Would you take him at Arsenal?
100%, but we would never have him at Arsenal because he's too much of a diva. We got rid of the Ozils. We got rid of the
Aubameyang.
Yeah, we got rid of them, like just to bring another one in. Nah, but this is another special one catered towards you, which Ian sent after the last show. Tom, this is
Oh yeah.
What's this?
Can you comment on this, please? I'll get it out. That is Millwall at the bottom there. We all know Millwall don't travel in big numbers because it's difficult to park caravans. But I didn't even read that bit. That's pretty bad. But I'm surprised that nobody let the dogs out.
Where do you get these stats from?
Ian sent it to me. I don't know. I just thought it was
This
funny.
looks like it's written on the back of the net.
You're the worst fans in the world.
Total travelling, average away following.
Yeah.
I don't know. Ian sent me this to me, and I thought it was quite
This
funny.
is the average away following in the championship.
Where do you get these
And-
stats from?
Millwall take less fans away than any club in the whole of the championship.
Where do you get these stats from?
How do you feel about this, Tom? How do you feel
National
about this table?
Society for Statistical.
Look, first of all, do you know what? Ultimately, Ollie, it's great to see you get involved in something other than Arsenal. So ultimately, so thank you. You probably just only realised that Burnley's in the Championship. So these things are quite good for you, I think. So it's an educational process. But these are all false facts. Having said that, I've not been to an away game this season. So
I was going to say, have you been to an away game?
No, we've got a couple lined up though. Copper Way's always a good one. Sunderland on the 3rd of December. Who's up for it? Shall we?
I'll be there.
I'm up for it. Come to Spirit.
If you give me the ticket this time. It's funny actually because like I don't know anything about football other than like Arsenal and Arsenal. So I've been watching that Wrexham documentary and I've been learning a lot about the other leagues. Like, I didn't even know there were leagues below the leagues. Like it's crazy, isn't it? Like that people actually are in those leagues. I mean, Arsenal have never been relegated, so I've always been, I don't know. I guess I'm just lucky, but it is crazy times, and they really go for it as well. Like they really love it. What do you think about that?
I'm not even going to ask that question next. That is offensive. That is offensive. You made me angry. Sorry, Ian. I'm so angry right now.
Sorry, I got it from the National Society for Statistical Testicle or something like that. I don't know what it was.
To be fair, Ian sent the picture. I don't know why you're mugging me off. What do you think about that, Calm? Do you think that table's real, or do you think Tom's just having a bit of a meltdown?
No, that table's probably real because I remember. I remember when Millwall came to Doncaster and they brought about 40 fans or something like that, and then in reverse fixture, I think Donny took about 300. And we've got about 220 fans at most.
Doncaster to Millwall away for Doncaster is a massive game. So
I don't think that's
massive. You got
40,
if I remember,
40
you finished bottom.
Nobody loves us.
If I remember correctly, though, you're saying it's a massive game, but I'm sure you finished below us in the league.
When was this?
Oh, we're going back years now.
What, Championship? Your one season in the Championship or League?
One season.
Hopefully they bring out a documentary on Doncaster, so I will know where it is.
I hope they don't.
Does Louis Tomlinson
go to Doncaster? Ollie, don't go to Doncaster. Not with that haircut. You don't want to go to Doncaster.
Don't go to Doncaster. What are you doing?
Yeah, what's wrong with Doncaster?
What's right with Doncaster?
They don't take prisoners with a haircut like that. There's no way.
You know what? I think I'd go down all right in Doncaster.
I think you would as well, mate.
When I was a kid, I worked on a building site with these 6 guys from Doncaster.
You never worked on a building site, Ian. Come on, mate.
I was 15, 16, and these guys from Donny, basically, I was the lookout guy while they all went down the pub all day. They did about 1 or 2 hours work, disappeared down the pub, and I had to stand on the site. And if the foreman came off the other side, I had to leg to the pub to go and get them. And that was, they were the lads from Doncaster.
That's not my kind of guys. Why did
rough,
I never
rough as old badgers. They really were.
How much are they paying you?
Billy Buttons an hour.
Billy Buttons. There we go. Moving on to some World Cup stuff. How did we all feel about the booze being banned in the stadiums? But then you could still get a beer in the corporate section. Is this just FIFA just doing what they're doing again, Colm? What do you think about this?
Well, I mean, if they're going to ban beer everywhere, then you ban beer everywhere, don't you? It's not for the toffs to be able to enjoy themselves, especially when, your everyday person's getting robbed. Have you seen those pathetic little tents?
Yeah.
Don't worry, Colm. We'll be coming on to that.
The question is,
though, we got banned for drinking beer on the show, so now we drink Ribena.
Well, apple juice.
Oh yeah, Ribena.
Ollie,
you've got some funny apple Ribena.
Am I allowed to? Am I allowed 2 or 3 minutes to tell you a story?
Mine's a straight up urine.
The history of the World Cup. You ready?
Okay. Well, what are we talking about here, Ian?
FIFA and the history of the World Cup.
Is this where do you get these facts from before we go into it? Because we need some sources.
Is it going to be funny, Ian?
This was a history podcast, right? No, just sit comfortably, listen, and I'm going to tell you the history of the World Cup. Firstly, FIFA was created in the very
Hang on a sec. Did you watch the FIFA documentary that we talked about on the last show?
It was started in the late 1800s. But football really originated out of cricket clubs around the world. Like AC Milan was actually a cricket club before it became a football club, particularly in South America from expats. Yeah. And basically, they played through the Olympic Games. So in 1924, there was a kind of unofficial first World Cup sponsored by FIFA. That was the Olympic Games with Chariots of Fire. But England boycotted.
Chariots of Fire. That was the song, wasn't it?
Yeah. Ben Kingsley and all that. Yeah. And
so hang on, what's that got to do with Chariots of Fire then?
Well, it was just the same. Hang on, just shh. Right.
We've got to make this interesting here, Ian.
England boycotted and would not go to
Are there any laser topographical surveys in this story? Or
England wouldn't go to the World Cup till 1950 because they believed FIFA was a totally corrupt organisation.
Wow, there you go. I mean, they
allowed not all these South American players to turn up who were being paid, even though it was meant to be an amateur sport. And so basically, the English took their cricket back home. In the 1930s, Mussolini sponsored the World Cup and Italy won under the umbrella of FIFA. And miraculous in the final, 5 of the best players of the opposition didn't turn up. So FIFA have been corrupt since the beginning of the 20th century, 50 years before England actually said, we'll turn up at the World Cup. And I'll finish in a sec, because actually was the funniest thing, because England rocked up to this World Cup in Argentina and meant to be the favourites, you know, where the game was born, and welcome to the World Cup for the first time.
Is that when Maradona did the?
No. They lost to 200 to 1 outside. That was the USA.
Sounds about right.
Well, they what in 1950?
1950.
I remember it well.
Ian.
That's a very famous
history of the World Cup to tell you that FIFA was corrupt from the onset and that England boycotted for 50 years because they were concerned about FIFA. So the song remains the same, as Led Zeppelin used to say.
Maybe that's why we've never won it.
What you need to do now, Ollie, you need to put a segment called History with Blue Moon Ian in every single show. You can have the thing. Yeah, I'll even do the little song for it. There you go. You ready? History with Blue Moon Ian. There you go.
So this explains why Uruguay have 4 stars, because 2 are the unofficial ones they won in 24 and 28 at the Olympic Games, and then they won the first 2 World Cups.
So that sounds to me. That sounds to me. I would like more stars. How do we get more stars? Do we actually have to win it?
What are the stars for?
So what you're trying to say here, basically, is that
we've got 1 star. It's like celebrity, get me out of here. We only got 1 star.
I'll take the 1 star.
You can't be taking that back to the camp.
Let's get back to the banter though, because the Sports Capital says Rashford isn't any good, is he, Cole?
No, he's not. It's not. Just because he's come on and scored a goal,
we'll get to that. Anything. We'll get to that. So there was some good stuff on the booze. How do you feel about the booze, Tommy?
How would you? The question is, how much was it? £19,000 to basically go in the corporate section, wasn't it? Is that the cheapest one I saw? Something like that, or is that right? The question for you boys is, how much would you pay? Knowing you've gone all the way there, how much would you pay to go into that? I would pay. If I've gone that far already, I would pay, not all the way, but I would be tempted to pay a couple of grand just to get in there. So how much would you pay?
19 grand.
You're not obviously going to pay 19 grand. But how much is
you'll be happy, and I'll be happy if you had got me a ticket just to go to Belushi's and drink shit beer all night.
Yeah, to be fair, mate, it's just like Qatar. To be fair, Belushi's London Bridge. We're doing a live stream.
Well, we've already said this though. We said that if I went to Qatar, I would literally put my foot on the tarmac. I'd be arrested straight away. 100%. So what I tend to do in these situations is not visit countries where I'm going to be like, Amnesty International on your case, Oliver. Don't worry, they're going to get you out.
So what you're trying to say, in the light of what Colm just said about Ian doing a segment about history, you could be our travel reporter.
Hey, do the song for the travel reporter, Colm.
We'll give you a free country that wins. Seriously, I heard that. Did anyone else read that?
What's that?
That all the Budweiser that hadn't been sold, that was all stacked up, was going to be given to the country of the winning team.
Bullshit. Oh, I swore.
I
Sorry.
read it. I read it somewhere.
What are you saying, Tom?
We've moved on from it. It's gone. We're talking about Budweiser now. Budweiser sponsor.
And then apparently, Ian, they're suing.
It's too right. You can rip up the contract. You should be able to rip up the contract because they haven't honoured the contract.
I did like that bit at the end when they were like, "But don't worry, you can get Budweiser Zero in the crowd."
Tom,
so let's have some pictures.
I don't think Qatar give a whole lot of credence to contracts. I don't think it's high up on their agenda.
No,
where does it come in? In like human rights, where does that fall into it? Well, sorry, can't say that.
We don't do politics. We don't do politics.
No, we don't do politics.
All right, so there's some good pictures for England fans in Qatar. Now alcohol is banned. There we go. Good one. This one I quite like. This next one. England fans.
Was that last one? Wasn't that Millwall away? Was it the Millwall away and the Doncaster?
Still holding on to that one. This one's quite a good one. If you want to get booze into the Qatar stadium, just get a little Coke can, but what size is that? It's a pretty small beer.
It almost looks like a Boddington's from here, doesn't it?
I reckon it's some kind of Australian beer.
Is that?
And this one's quite good. A hot dog and a pint of the World Cup.
Nice.
Moving on.
It's better than the food.
Do you want to update? Wales are trying very hard.
Now back to you in the studio.
We'll go back to our Blue Moon Ian reporter throughout the show for updates on the Wales game. Did you know that Qatar have been awarded the Winter Olympics? Did you know that? And they just put out a new photo for that. There we go.
Yep.
They've put in a bid to host it. I reckon they'll get it, don't you?
Mate, 100%.
They got the World Cup, and no one thought they'd get the World Cup.
There we go.
I thought it was a 2-for-1.
I've only got one thing to say. Show me the money, Tom. Show me the money.
This is another good one. I did feel sorry for the keeper today because he did get absolutely smashed in the face.
Hang on. Oh,
that's what I thought, Ian, on the side.
It's gone over the top.
This wasn't allowed in Qatar, legends. Let's go around the houses. Carl, do you think they were a bit naive in the way that guy couldn't even stand up? And they were like, hey, just let him play on. He'll be fine. He'll be fine. He'll run it off.
I watched it whilst I were at work. Naughty, but I don't really care. And when it happened, I was thinking to myself, right, okay, do your thing, take him off. And he got back up and put gloves on. I was like, what? And part of me was thinking, I'll just leave him on because that means I'm going to score 6, 7, 8, 9 because he's going to see about 3 different balls.
I was surprised someone didn't take a pop shot. I would have literally just launched one. Just have
That's what I mean. Just hit him from halfway line. You'll be right.
It was the captain, though, wasn't it? It was the captain was literally like, you're fine, mate. And the goalkeeper was not fine.
I was looking to check for broken noses and funny shaped noses. But then I saw the whole Qatari team and I couldn't work out who'd hit him.
Deep burn there. Ian getting really into the banter.
I kept looking at the goalkeeper to work out whether his nose was meant to be like that or whether it was...
he was from Iran. So.
Yeah, I was about to say. What are you trying to say?
Sorry, Iran.
Ian, did you watch the game today?
Yeah, we were in the office at work and we put on pizzas and the game and everyone watched the pizza game.
A bit of team building, team bonding.
Yeah,
and did you think he should have been taken off the pitch?
Absolutely, it was bonkers.
Did you see the stutter he did when he stood up? It was like a little pirouette, and you were like...
It was a bit like, who was that huge boxer that David Hay hit and he wobbled all around the ring?
We don't do boxing, Ian. Come on, stop it.
It was a bit like that dance.
I mean,
he was a huge guy. It was a bit like that. But yeah, it's crazy. What a precedent to set in terms of, seriously, safety and an example to the world that football is more important than someone's safety. Seriously, I
feel like a lot of
things... did you see that goalkeeper, the second goalkeeper? They obviously knew how bad he was because he was rubbish for all of the goals.
Yeah, but to be fair, Iran were pretty rubbish. But we'll get on to that.
Sorry, too soon.
Tom? I'm trying to remember. Wasn't there a game with Liverpool in the Champions League final when a keeper got like a knock, and then it said that it ruined him for the rest of the game. Was it
Yeah,
Karius?
it was Karius.
All right, you okay? All right, sweet.
It was Karius, mate. And then he threw it to
Yeah, and do you
Benzema.
think that had an effect on him?
Yeah, but he was rubbish anyway, so it became even more rubbish.
He was shocking.
Yeah.
But that was a bit harsh.
I mean, he literally rolled the ball straight out to Benzema for bans. He literally said, "Hey, mate, good fun." People should check him for corruption. Actually, who's checked him for corruption? Because that's definitely
he's on the list. Don't worry about it.
Do you want the latest update from the football?
Huh?
Do you want the latest update?
Yes, please, Ian. Blue Moon.
Wales are trying very, very hard.
Wales are trying hard. This
They've reversed the ban on beer, and everyone's just getting absolutely lit, like effed up.
Did you see they had some like bit of fan bits at the start of the BBC, and one guy was like, "Look, we don't all need to drink to have a good time, you know." It's just like, shut up, mate. This is football, all right?
You don't want about Dyer.
Was that Paul Merson or Tony Adams?
Yeah, fair play.
So then this one was quite good. The Qatar goalkeeper checking outside his door tonight because he definitely had a nightmare.
That's from The Sopranos.
That is from The Sopranos, and we love The Sopranos. She's down there. She's just down there. Look, she's down there. Because this was the offside.
Yeah.
So can someone explain that to me?
No.
So does the guy behind him not count?
It was so dodgy.
Does the guy behind him not count?
I can explain it to you.
Yeah, you explain it, Cole.
It's Qatar and the home nation. There you go. That's all the explanation you need.
Oh, okay. And
I can explain it as well. The ref thought in an all red strip it was Liverpool, and they get the VAR decisions.
Yay, banter.
Salty.
VAR, my lord.
Liverpool.
I like Liverpool. I don't know what the beef is. No. This is quite good. So, how many players do you reckon out of this would get in the Millwall team, Tom?
Quite a few.
Look, there's beer in there.
We're better than this. We are better than this. I'm not having.
I didn't even see the beer in there.
No, you're joking. That's the whole joke.
I didn't even see that. That's absolutely hilarious.
You are there, mate. You enjoyed that.
That is brilliant. Honestly, I've only just seen the beer bit. I didn't. I was looking at it as like a
wow. We'll have to explain.
Yeah, I mean, I was looking at it as like, wow, look at all these players who didn't make it. Carl, I think you brought this up. This is the accommodation that's going round, like the Fire Festival 2.0. That's €100. Is it euros or is it what
dollars? With dollars, wasn't it?
$100 a night for that. Would you be happy with that?
No.
And it's not even like you've sank loads of beers, like to have a good time, so you just sleep anywhere. You know, you'll be like, I could do a really good night's sleep here, having a long old day, been sweating off in 50 degrees, I haven't had one pint, and I've got to go home to that shithole. That's my one swear.
Yeah, but that's what I mean, though. It's like you're going through all that, and it's like absolutely boiling. It's all right, Qatar, this multi-billion-pound country, they've got it right. Don't worry, they've got your aircon. A fan. Sorry.
Yeah.
Fan.
But
they haven't even got you a fan. They've just try and pay someone probably to fan you while you sleep.
Blow on you.
Yeah, blow. That'd be weird. It's just some bloke who's just
Have
blowing
you ever
on
seen
you.
that old movie Bridge on the River Kwai? When I was sent to the cooler. Well, it's a bit like that, really.
Ian, you are on form tonight. I've not seen Bridge over the River Kwai. Is it a war movie?
Yeah. Second World War movie. And Alec Guinness gets locked in this tin shed by the Japanese every half an hour, it appears, for bad behaviour. And it's a bit like that, really.
There we go. Go and watch it. Bridge over the River Kwai. This one made me laugh quite a lot. It's Dion Dublin's crap commentary as well to host a good special of Homes on the Helmet.
For God's sake, to bring on a player with 4 caps and half a brain to be the expert summarising the first game.
I'm not having it. that Dion Dublin is a national treasure, and I don't leave Dion out of this. Dion's a good guy.
There was a bit, right? There was a bit that a tackle went in.
God, we'll have Claire Balding on if that's the case then.
Oh, I like Claire Balding.
I like Claire Balding. Come on.
There was a tackle that went in, and then he went, "Oh, there's the old shake and bake," and I was like, "What?
Hey,
What's a shake and bake?" And he
what's Shake and Bake from Talladega Nights? Shake and Bake, Ricky Bobby.
I mean, I'm pretty sure he's never seen Talladega Nights, surely.
Well, Dion Dublin loves it.
Yeah.
Makes his appearance.
Do you know what a shake and bake is, Cole?
Nope, not a clue. But now I'm gonna have to watch it now. So
What's your thoughts on Dion Dublin?
He's useless. Get him off. I don't want to see him ever again.
Yeah.
Well, I don't want to hear him ever again.
Wow,
He's
we should do our top 10 pundits. We should basically do the best.
Oh, we did that. You just weren't on there that week.
I'm an expert sunrise that have 4 caps. Didn't Andy Carroll get more than 4 caps?
Yeah, but it just shows you. Dion Dublin got 4 caps when there are about 20 decent English strikers. Andy Carroll got 4 caps when there was 1 good striker, and that was it.
He was
I rate Dion Dublin as a footballer. It's just when I have to listen to him talk about football, which it gets. I mean, like if he was talking Holmes under the hammer and all of that, I'd be like, yeah, this guy knows what he's doing.
You respect his expert opinion.
Yeah, no, that's what I expect of him. But like, his commentary was terrible. It was really bad. I didn't want to see it anymore. But I'm sure we'll hear, and I will pick up any sound bites, like Shake and Bake. Hopefully, we'll have some more. Some more great reds. And Tom, you wanted to talk about the old fake fans.
Oh, the fake fans, they're the best part about the World Cup. Absolutely class. Have you seen the video of them when they roll into the England hotel? They can't even sing the song. It's like, it's coming home.
No, but it's not even like that. It's like, it's coming home. It's coming home. It's coming home.
It's coming home.
that skinny lad with the St. George flag on as well, watching the football.
I've actually got some. So, Carl, what do you think of these fans from France? Do you think they're French?
Oh, love it.
Yeah, 100% they're French. 100%. 100%. I've never seen more French people in my life.
They managed to get a white person in the middle, though.
No, I reckon there is. Like, I can see. What about the woman on the far left?
She looks like she's held with a taxi.
She looks like she's been taken hostage. Again. In the fire.
What are you trying to say?
She looks like she's been forced to be a fake fan. I'm not going to lie. This was the England fans, fake fans. What do you think of this, Ian?
Yes, boys. One of the boys.
That scarf looks seriously narrow and cheap, doesn't it?
Oh,
yes,
man.
and his shirt looks even worse.
It does.
But I like that they got the drum in there. That's good.
Yeah, that is so
Yeah,
good. England never go.
On the right-hand side, we say England fans. They're not likely to put England fans on there, are they?
Yeah. Just in case you didn't know who we were. We're England fans. FYI.
I got a rolling pin, or am I imagining it?
The guy on the far right, though, is getting behind it because he's actually swearing. He's got fingers
Yeah,
up.
he's flipping the bird.
He's done his research. He's
been to Millwall. He's watched Millwall, and he thinks that's a representation.
Oh, that's harsh.
Whoa.
Not away. He's not gone a Millwall away.
No,
this is my favourite one, though, Tom.
Why don't you get your stats out for it?
Tom, this is my favourite.
He'll be giving fans a Millwall handshake soon.
FIFA president Gianni Infantino says people who claim they are paid to fake fans in Qatar.
No, that is not a real quote. Don't. Is it? Oh,
I don't know. I just pulled it off.
Yeah, but you have to remember. You have to remember. He is a migrant worker.
Don't because we're going to come to that. We've got a whole section on that, so don't worry about that.
Mate, you've changed so much. His power's gone to your head. Come on, from time to time.
I think he's got a funny name. Who's called Infantino?
Yeah.
We'll get on to Infantino, but I guess we've done half an hour on stupid shit. We better get to the actual football.
Yeah.
What do you mean? This is legit.
England hit 6. Tommy, we'll start with you. What are your thoughts after the game? How are you feeling?
I thought Iran was so bad. I mean, I'm trying to work out who was worse. Do you reckon Qatar were worse or Iran were worse? But anyway, either way, Look, I thought Jude Bellingham played pretty well. Saka had a good game, but the amount of times, literally, they're going to cut back in, and they were every defender was a soul down a river. Like, it's just sliding on every time they cut back in. But look, I think, ultimately, you got to beat what's in front of you. And to get 6 in the first game, can't complain. We should have had a penalty. If they're having that penalty for the end, we 100% should have had that penalty. That was a bit rubbish. And
the penalty itself, though, like ours seemed worse than the one that they got.
Yeah, exactly. Ours was definitely, if that was a penalty, ours was definitely a penalty.
Do you think that was down to the
grabbing his shirt? But if you give that first one, you're not going to give that first one. You can't give that.
Do you think that was back down to the kind of corruption?
I don't know. I think maybe everyone thinks England. I reckon.
Someone was like, I need one more goal, and then I'm going to win a lot of money.
You reckon? Yeah, it could be. VAR.
He's gone to VAR. Yeah, call the penalty.
Yeah. All right. What he needed by England 4, just it.
England 6-2.
6-2. Do you reckon?
I reckon the odds on that were pretty good.
I reckon they would be. Yeah.
Blue Moon.
What do you think?
Well, first of all, I just wanted to say I was fearful that Gareth.
Are you going to do the history of the fixture? They're going to history of the Iranian England fixture.
No, I'm just going to be serious for one moment. I thought
do the music.
History with Blue Moon.
I was worried that Southgate was going to play 3 at the back, and I couldn't think of 3 decent centre backs that we had. And when actually he came out with a back 4, I was really relieved. I was also relieved that he didn't pick Trent Alexander-Arnold. So I was worried about Maguire, but I was.
Like you don't like Liverpool, Ian.
I was happy about the choosing a back 4, and then the only other decision I thought, but to be fair, Southgate did get it right, was I wouldn't have picked Sterling over Foden. But I was really pleased with the formation. I thought he took a lot of good decisions.
Fair play.
Carl, what did you think about the game in the whole and how England played?
I think Iran made us look very, very good.
Yeah.
They made us look excellent. They did. I'm still very weary about
Wales have got a penalty.
Oh, Wales penalty. I reckon it doesn't look a penalty though. I reckon he got the ball.
VAR.
We're going to be there's going to be a good 5-minute interlude here.
No. He's gone completely through Gareth.
Oh yeah, there's definitely a penalty.
He's gone through him.
I'm just trying to find a TV.
He's gone through the flag, 100%. It's a penalty.
Right, come on, Wales.
And here we go over to our sports correspondent, Ian. Ian, what's happening?
Taffy McWilliams. What's happening?
No. This is not about live football here, guys.
Right, Wales are about to take the penalty.
No, Ian. Just tell us if it goes in. Do we even care about Wales?
I think Bale's taking it.
He's carrying on. I put a bet on to say Saka's going to get a golden boot.
You put 6-2 on, and then you basically know some people in some high places of FIFA. It was you.
Come on, Gareth.
Ian,
you're getting told off.
Ian, you're disrupting the show right now. Come on. I went with Saka to get golden boot. Is that £3 wasted, Tom?
How much? What the odds?
21 to 1.
If he plays 4 at the back, I can't see why he won't bang in loads of goals because Harry Kane, he can't bang in all the goals anymore. So just
he seemed more like an assist maker.
That's what he does now. He's playing that Tottenham role, isn't he? Where he
goal to Wales.
There we go. The goal. Thank God for that.
Make sure you clip that bit. Because that is surely the best edit we've ever had in the show.
I will clip it. I've just worked it out. Calm, do you think that Kane is not going to get a lot of goals in this World Cup because he's playing like a central midfielder kind of? Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, when I've done shows, World Cup shows last week, and I said he should play more of a cam centre forward role. We play better that way. So yeah, I don't think he's going to get as many goals as what we usually see him get.
Well,
So
so
it
you think
worked.
what he played like today, where he lets the other two run off. You think the best England game that we played in years, that Spain game? Do you remember when Rashford and Sterling were running off him? We went to Spain and we won. We were 3-up in about 25 minutes. That was the best game, and that's exactly how he should play. He should drop deep, like he does with Son and Kulusevski and Kulusevski at Spurs. Do the same thing, drop off a little bit. He can pick a ball. He's got a great pass, great vision, great way to pass. So yeah, why not?
Ian, how bad were Iran?
I don't think I thought they weren't as bad as Colm said they were. I thought England played really well. Honestly, I thought
their goal was pretty good. Their first goal was pretty good.
Their goal was good.
Maguire got done.
I mean, that finish from Sterling was beautiful. The control from Saka. If anyone's played football, to try to control that, watch it right onto your laces to keep that down is amazing. Usually, you hit it into row Z. So I actually thought the goals were well taken.
Yeah.
I thought we commanded midfield. I thought it was good. Yeah, it was good. And the team was nearly perfect in terms of selection. Yeah, I thought it was good.
Are England going to win the World Cup, Carl?
No. No.
That's the spirit.
Ireland have more chance of winning it, and they're not even in it.
Oh, I thought they were in it.
No. They're just not good enough yet. Just not there.
So on today's show, and Tom, how do you feel?
We're going to win the World Cup.
Yeah.
100%. No doubt about it. We're going to win it.
And Ian, there's one thing I am sure of is that Arsenal are going to win the league. But the World Cup, who cares? I mean,
I'm with Tom. England are going to win the World Cup, 100%.
I don't want to get excited about it, but I'm telling you right now, we've beaten a really average team, and we're going to win the World Cup.
Yeah, but when you look back, history with Ian, Tunisia. In some tournaments over the last time, we struggled against a variety of teams just like Iran. So actually, I think we're good. How many times have we stood there screaming at the telly in frustration with England slowly playing the ball around and not being able to beat really average team?
It also did help that their goalkeeper got knocked out within the first 5 minutes, and he looked like a decent player. So much so the captain was like urgently slapping him in the face to wake him up, refusing to let him go off because he knew how bad that backup keeper was. But yeah, it's cool.
Yes, I think we've got a chance. Yes, it was Iran, but I mean, what have we got to lose? Has anyone heard the new Three Lions song though? Which I kind of part of me thought
the Christmas one. Let them. What is it? The Three Lions.
I didn't even get that far in.
It's terrible. It's terrible.
It's like that's enough.
It's really bad.
So it's a Christmas one, like three reindeers on my shirt.
Yeah, it's like something like
still shining.
Yeah,
is it Three Lions on a sleigh? Isn't that?
Yeah, 3 lions on a sleigh. Do you know what's really sad? The most saddest thing about it, that is how low the Down Skin have gone. They've fallen from so much like that. They need a bit more money. I mean, please tell me. Surely go charity, please.
Surely they don't need more money. I mean, surely they've got enough.
Well, why are they making that song then? Why are they doing a remake of a terrible? That says to me that they are, running on the cashish.
Yeah, but surely they made enough money out of the original one to reset for life.
Lightning Seeds. They take all the money. They take all of it. The record company.
He didn't write the whole song, though, did he?
I mean, why don't we get history of Ian? Ian, what's the history of of that song?
No idea.
Cole, do you like the new Three Lions? Have you heard it? You dig it?
I've not heard it, and judging by it, I'm not even going to listen to it.
No, you know what? This morning as well. This morning, routine whenever England play is 3 lines on a shirt, but I couldn't get it to play. I was asking Alexa, play 3 lines on a shirt, and it kept playing a shitty updated version. But then I listened to Nessun Dorma, and that got me really excited and pumped, and I cried a little bit.
Which one did you listen to?
Nessun Dorma.
What's that?
Oh my god! Oh my, please! No, stop it!
It was Italian 90.
Nessun Dorma.
That's not an England song, though.
Right, can we just mute him and beat him out?
Okay. We've got about 15 minutes left. So I'm just going to move on because this is going to be a juicy subject. So, has someone just got a goal? No, it's all right. It was just a replay of the USA players wanting to Bob Bradley themselves. So
Yes, Sacraball, we are down.
we need to talk about Infantino. Okay. Let's start with you, Colm. So, did you see the interview?
Which one?
The one about the migrant. I am a migrant worker.
I haven't seen the whole interview. I've seen bits of the interview.
It's an hour and 10
Haven't seen it
minutes, I think. That's quite a long time in my life.
Yeah, no, I just watched the clipped up bit on The Guardian. But it was enough. It was enough. And so from the clipped up bits that you've seen, what was your first initial reaction on Infantino? Have you seen the Netflix FIFA corruption thing? No?
No, I haven't watched that at all.
It's great.
But I mean, is he? That's the question. Is he a migrant worker?
I think I see. This is the thing. I'm thinking. What we. By the way, global mapping surveys.
Yeah.
Adam's here. Evening, lovely people. Adam, what's the first few minutes we obviously promoted? Global mapping surveys is a sponsor. We love you. And please like, subscribe, and ring the bell. So I don't know if you know this, Colin, but FIFA are really corrupt.
Are they?
Did you know that?
No, maybe Ian can enlighten us with a history of why. FIFA
No. We've had the history already.
What are you doing in the history? If they're corrupt enough to work with Mussolini and England boycotted the World Cup for 50 years.
Can I ask, Ollie, do you know who Mussolini is?
Foundations.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he was a centre back for Italy in 1972. I think he had 14 caps. And he scored 1 goal from a header from a corner.
He did, mate. He did.
No, I know he is because I watched that program, SAS Rogue Hero.
That is a good show.
I learned everything except from Ian through TV shows. So, Cole, Infantino. Is he a bad guy or is he a good guy or is he just complete and out of bell end?
Good option.
Yeah, it is a very good option. Well, he reminds me of what's his name from Austin Powers, the Doctor.
Dr. Evil.
Dr. Evil.
Yeah, he is like Dr. Evil.
That's who he reminds me of. He reminds me of
Dr.
Dr.
Evil.
Evil.
Dr. Evil.
No. We will have the World Cup for $10 billion.
So, Tom, like, try to put into words.
9 minutes of additional time. What's that about?
Mate, this is what I'm saying. Like, every game.
It was 10 minutes in the second half.
This is back to the bribery. This is so Qatar bribery. Right, every
do you
match.
Do you reckon somebody's got a bet on that? The average minutes per game is 100 minutes.
Someone's got a bet on that. One of these teams is going to win, and they need to get a goal in the last 10 minutes.
Fair. Yeah, good shout. That BTT.
Or maybe they just don't know how long a game is in Qatar.
No, maybe they don't.
Or maybe the clocks go slower. So the interview, Tom. What did you think of it?
You've seen the show, to be fair, and do you know what? My perception before the
he wasn't on the show though.
He is in the show.
Well, I didn't get to that bit yet.
Oh well, he's in the show. He comes in at the end. He comes in episode 4.
Oh, I didn't get that far.
Anyway, but prior to that, I actually thought he was there to reform. I thought he was part of all this reform of FIFA. That was my perception of the news. But I also thought that Sepp Blatter and Michel Platini were in jail. I thought Jack Warner was in jail. I thought all these people were in jail. Find that none of them are in jail. They're all just like living the life of pride and living off the money they stole from Show Me the Money from Tom Cruise, from Jerry Maguire. Now they basically he is worse. I wouldn't say he's worse. I mean, they're all as bad as each other. Like, but Sepp Blatter's deluded. Infantino, and then he basically said as well that he contradicted himself because he said he didn't want to speak about it, he wanted to talk about the football, but then he's done this impassioned, I am the migrant worker, I am the African, I am gay, I am blah blah.
Disabled.
And then he goes on to say that I can relate because I used to have ginger hair and I was bullied at school in my middle to upper class upbringing. That made me so angry because he can relate, mate. And if that's the case, then well, I'm everything as well, mate. Because I can relate. Because I lived in life.
Ian, did you see the interview?
No, I read about it in the press, and it was just.
But Ian, you're a history correspondent. You should be keeping up to date.
I thought the interview was infantile.
Yeah, you better.
What I like.
It was just it's so silly. It was just like, just naive and just head in the sand. It was just oblivious to the world. It was about as emotionally unintelligent as I've ever seen a human being be.
Adam's just said, I was ginger, so I can relate. Well, there you go, Adam. Good lad.
Yeah, mate.
Yeah,
mate. Well, then if you can relate to Infantino, you should get the company to be Global Mapping Surveys to be a sponsor of FIFA. They're looking for sponsors.
I reckon if Infantino got involved in Global Mapping Surveys, then there would be a lot of money in that. You know what I mean?
Can we also mention? I mean, Morgan Freeman. Does he really need the money to go and humiliate himself like that? Robbie Williams doing the singing, Beckham being the face.
How did Morgan Freeman get on there?
Don't know. Just Bance, isn't it?
But what did he do?
Mate, they're all on the. DB has gone down
on the opening ceremony. He was the key man, the master of ceremonies.
You didn't watch the opening ceremony, did you?
No, it wasn't. It wasn't. Now that's an interesting one. Neither ITV nor BBC showed the opening ceremony.
Yeah,
I'll tell you what, though. I was watching Invictus with Morgan Freeman as Mandela. He was good as Mandela.
How can someone play Mandela and then introduce a World Cup in Qatar with all the human rights issues? After you've played Mandela, how hypocritical can you be?
I mean, he's not at Mandela. He's Morgan Freeman, but he was playing Mandela.
Yeah.
He's against human rights, and basically he's anti-LGBT. Is what you're trying to say there?
I'm just so confused. I started on Infantino, and now we're on Morgan Freeman. All right, Cole, favorite Morgan Freeman film?
Oh my God.
It's got to be Shawshank. No?
I do like Shawshank, but now I'm sure it's Morgan Freeman. Is it Bruce Almighty? He's in
that. Plays God.
Yeah, he's God. He's God. I like that one.
Yeah. He's God.
Yeah, he plays God. So he's played God. He's played Nelson Mandela, and now he's representing a country with horrendous human rights.
I would say he ticks all the boxes there.
Yeah.
Ian, favorite Morgan Freeman's film?
It's Shawshank Redemption.
Oh, you've gone for the classic. Tom?
I mean, now I feel like I need something else. Well, is he in 7? Let's go with that. Why not?
That's a good choice, Tom. That's a good choice.
Great. I mean, it's definitely Shawshank Redemption. But
I'm going to just throw one out there that it's not very good, but it's got Morgan Freeman. I'm going to go with Hard Rain. I don't know if you've ever seen Hard Rain.
Yeah,
it's a film where there's a lot of rain and things go down. And
is it hard?
I think Morgan Freeman's the baddie in that one, actually.
Well, that's good. He's never been a bad.
So I'm going to go around the houses again just to wrap things off. Cole, who's going to win the World Cup? And after England smashing Iran, one of the greatest teams in the world, number 20th in the world, only conceded 4 goals in the last 20, however many games, can they win it?
Qatar's going to win the World Cup.
Literally.
Literally, yeah.
And metaphorically.
Well, we'll have to wait and see how big the bank account is, I suppose. But if I'm going properly to pick somebody, I think probably Brazil will win the World Cup. England will get through to round 16.
Netherlands. You reckon Netherlands is going to be us? Senegal's going to be us?
I reckon they've got a good chance.
Hang on, so
England. You think
someone
Netherlands?
Explain this to me because I haven't looked into this. I don't do research. So if England comes up with the group, which they should do, who do we play?
We get group. It's Group A. We play
Group A.
Maybe Senegal.
So we could take
No,
Senegal.
sorry, is it that group? It is that group, isn't it? It's that group. It's Qatar, Netherlands, Senegal, or Ecuador. Ecuador looked pretty good, I thought.
I'll take Ecuador.
I'd rather play Netherlands than Ecuador.
Are you having a
Valentin
laugh?
recovers up front,
Mate,
they're going to need him.
have you seen Netherlands? Their team is like it's mate. Like,
It's not good.
Danny Blind is playing in like Danny Blind's playing in left back still, and he's about
not still
38.
playing.
105.
He's not
Yeah,
still
mate.
playing.
He
I never
plays
thought
wing
he
back.
was good when he was in the Premier League.
And didn't he have a heart condition or something recently as well?
That shows you the team at the minute. They'll probably smash us.
Who did he play for? He played for Man United.
Yeah.
Man United, yeah.
Oh, who else? They've got Van Dijk, though, haven't they?
They've got Van Dijk, De Ligt. Their defense is pretty decent, to be fair.
Yeah, they got Nathan Ake playing alongside Van Dijk at the back.
Their defense is solid. Their spine's all right, but yeah, I would back ourselves. And even against France, I reckon we'll beat France.
Wow.
Tough
Wow.
game.
So if
he plays forward at the back, if he plays forward at the back and doesn't revert to a free, even in the big games, I'll take that because let's just go.
If we go 3 at the back, I reckon we're going to get done.
Go Kevin Keegan at the back. Just give us a Jude Bellingham on the turn and just ping it. Let the wingers do their thing and we'll be all right.
Ian, do you think he will revert to 5 at the back if we were to play a Netherlands or a
5? Yeah, I worry that if they've got forwards with pace, he'll play 3 at the back, and one of them, the guy joining, will be Walker, and he'll look upon him to track back.
I agree.
It'll be Walker, Maguire, and Stones.
do you think?
And then I worry that he'll play Trent Alexander-Arnold instead of Trippier down the right.
Well, Trent is better than Trippier, so
No, he's not.
Disagree. But like, I mean, defensively, Trippier is better.
Yeah, but he's also much better at dead balls, corners, and finding
I
the pass.
disagree with that, mate. You can't say that, mate.
yeah, but if you have 5 at the back, surely that leaves you.
When was the last dead ball goal you saw Trent Alexander-Arnold score?
He scored 2 free kicks this season.
When was the last time you saw Trent Alexander-Arnold actually do something with football? Apart from watch people run past him with it.
Yeah, he looks great slamming the ball from one wing to the other wing, and everyone applauds, and he takes a bit of a bow, and gets his English.
Tom.
Oh,
so following on from let's say we play Senegal, and we beat Senegal. So who can we reach in that next round?
France. I think it's France or Belgium or Portugal. So it's France. France would be the
right.
favorite.
So basically, we're fucked when we get to the.
Run the tape back.
I'm so sorry. We're stuffed when we get.
Why are you sorry? After everything you said, everything you said in the show, you turned around and literally past 9 o'clock now, so you can say what you want past 9 o'clock.
No, it's the algorithm. It's the algorithm.
What do we need to say? What do we need to say in front instead of the out? What's going to happen?
Algorithms. We can
what positive words do we say? Happy, clappy, or no? Political turmoil, human rights.
I don't think it works like that. Let's just get back to the football, right?
Oh.
So you think that if we get through to the quarters, that we can beat France?
Yeah, and then we'll beat Belgium in the semis, and then we'll beat Brazil in the final.
Yeah, I think so. By the way, it's 1-1. It's finished USA. And
no one cares because England are going to win, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah, I love that. Maybe next time, give me a ticket to Belushi's, though, Tom.
Yeah, I mean,
the only negative is that they're going to have to play really hard against England to get some points because they've drawn against each other. So
there we go.
They'll both beat Iran, I think. And
Ian,
it'll be whatever they get against England.
You didn't give us a prediction for your World Cup.
I did. I said 100% England are going to win the World Cup.
So it's just calm saying Brazil.
Yeah, I think we'll go all the way.
Well, on that note,
and Jack Grealish will score the winning goal, and he'll do his dance.
That was quite nice. Actually, I thought I was going to mention that.
Go on.
Bit of a good guy. That promised an 11-year-old fan with cerebral palsy. His celebration if he scored at the World Cup. To be fair, though, I think that maybe he could have moved his arms a bit.
Just giving it the Sterling.
Yeah, like Sterling was definitely better at it.
Not Sterling. Sorry, Sturridge.
Sturridge, yeah. But isn't that the nice bit about football, isn't it? And so that's come to the end of the show. Thank you guys all so much for coming on. Thank you, Carl. Any last words, bro?
Like, share, subscribe. Tune in on Friday because we're doing a watch along on Full Time Sports Network.
Watch along on Full Time Sports Network.
Oh,
Love
nice.
that. Get in. Ian, any last words?
It's coming out.
Oh, love that. Tommy, any last words?
Keep it real.
And my last words are going to be global mapping surveys. Thank you very much, everyone. Big love. Peace and love. England 6-2. We're going to the World Cup final. Whether we win it or not, who knows? But we will be back next week. Hopefully everyone can make it. It's been a great show. Thank you very much, guys. This has been the Mullet Show on FT Full Time Sports Network. Good night.
England!